Hello, hi, this is Rushita here. Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to discuss about the topic which is about new flow features of this summer 2023 release. And here we go with the first slide. Introduction. Every time the Salesforce releases, notes are published. If you are still putting off learning Salesforce flow, the clock is ticking with the summer 23 release. Process Builder will not allow you to create new processes. You will still be able to activate, deactivate, and edit existing processes in this release. But the messaging is clear. That is, it's time to move to Salesforce Flow for all your declarative automation needs. So, in this summer 23, it makes these flows even easier with its enhancements to the migrate to the flow tool. Here we go with the first topic, which is flow UI changes. So Salesforce always includes some minor changes to the user experience. There are some changes on the user interface of the flow builder. First of all the elements color has been changed a little bit. Now they have been higher contrast. So here, what the first update we have got in the flows is like, what they're saying is in user interface, the color has been changed from light to little bit contrast. So here we can see what they're saying is previously it has been in light color and it has been updated to somewhat brighter contrast. And next update in the UI is second change is related to the auto layout. In order to add a new element,
Hello,
you
only
have
Rishita.
Yes, sir.
You are showing org also,
Yes, sir.
but we are seeing only PPT.
Okay, I will share entire screen. Just 1 second. Now is it okay, sir? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, no. So why other people are able to see screen? Manasa, Neha.
Yes, sir.
Then you should ask question, right? Previously, why you were not asking question?
తన పీపీటీ షేర్ చేస్తుంది అనుకోలేదు సార్.
But she is showing in the screen also, but no one is like talking like. So you should ask right. Okay, now we are not able to see your screen, so that she will share again screen, complete screen. So please be active. Okay, in case something is happening, you can ask him directly.
Okay, sir.
Sure, man, we can go ahead now.
Here, first update is what they're saying is in UI interface. So the color has been, these elements color has been changed to lighter to the brighter contrast. And here we can see that. And the second update in UI is the change is related to an auto layout. In order to add a new element, you have to hover over the circle and click the plus sign. So when we are about to select any elements here, so if we click, if like cursor is away from this flow, it will look like a simple circle. When we place the cursor here, it will show the plus icon. This is the second update in the user interface flow. Let's go with the third one, flow user permission changes. Here what they're saying is you'll notice a much more concise flow and flow orchestration permissions section when working with permission sets in summer 23 release. A small but welcome change. What they're saying is in these permission sets, it's not a big change, but it is a small change, as it groups all permissions related to the flow and flow orchestrator tools together. This will make it a lot easier for admins to manage going forward. In this permission sets, especially for the admins, it is easier to manage on going forward. And this is the sample picture for the setup permission sets. Here you can see. So let's go with the third thing, which is called reactive components in Flowbit. If you are subscribed to the Reactive Screens beta, you will now be able to use formulas to drive your reactive components. In the example below, you can see the display field, that is a read-only URL component where the value is set to a formula, is being updated in real time based on the slide. So this reactive components we can see in the real-time org. We have access for this. So first, what we need to do is, first we need to open Object Manager. By opening this Object Manager, we need to do some settings to access this reactive components. We need to open Automation Permission Settings. By clicking the, oh God, just a second. Yeah. Here, by going to Automation, Process Automation Settings, by scrolling down, here, there is OPT into Reactive Screens Beta. This is our update. If we want to see the changes in our flows, first we need to enable this checkbox. After enabling the checkbox, OPT into a Reactive Screens Beta checkbox in the process automation settings, again we can go back to the flows. By opening flows, here already I have created the flow, which is for reactive components. Now I'm going to run this flow. So first, to set up the reactive components, we need to choose the screen. And by choosing this screen, first we need to label our screen. After that, in this search bar, you need to select date. Date mainly will be used like end date and the start date. So we need to select the date field 2 times. We can label it like end date and the start date, and we can see date difference also. If here our requirement is to see the certain date difference, so I need to select the date difference table. After selecting that, we need to save our flow. After that, we need to activate our flow. After that, let's run and see this. See, it will be like this. So now what I'm selecting is example June 1st, and I want to see the difference up to June 10th. See, the difference is 9 days.
Rishita, one doubt.
Yeah.
Is there any formula for date difference?
Yeah, there's a formula, but I cannot edit this. I will post it in the group, because by editing here, again, my flow is getting some issues. So I will post it in the group, Tejan. I'll write the formula and I will post it in the group.
Okay.
Okay. So by using the formula, we need to run the flow like this, and it will show the date difference. This is the reactive screen component. So next, choice lookups in flow are generally available. So Salesforce introduced the choice lookup component as beta feature in Spring 23 release. Here what they are saying is Salesforce already introduced the choice lookup component feature in Spring 23 release. This input component lets you display your choices in a lookup format. In the summer 23 release, choice lookup component becomes generally available. So previously in Spring 23, they have released, but in Spring, like what they're saying is it is only available display, like we can see, but here we can access and we can do it in the real-time org. So for this also I have created a flow which is choice lookup. So let's have a look. So for this choice lookup, we need to select screen, and we need to select the choice lookup test. Here we can see this the choice lookup. By selecting this, We need to drag it here. And by selecting this choice lookup, first we need to label, and we need automatically it will display the API name. After that, we need to configure the choices. What, for example, I have took like test 1 and the test 2. So here the main update is what they're saying is here there is a search bar which it have been updated. You are saying like default values, right? This is the main thing which has updated in this summer 23 release. So after selecting this, we can save our flow and we can activate and we can run. So here I previously have selected test 1 and test 2 and I'm searching. So I'm getting test 1. So you can give multiple options like this and you can search. This is the one more update in the flows. Basically what the main thing what it has been updated means this placeholder text, this search bar, it has updated in the choice lookup. By using that search bar, you can search the things easily. That's the main motto for this update. Next, data cloud object supported in Flow Builder. So with Salesforce Data Cloud, formerly Salesforce Genie, the shiny new toy coming out of Dreamforce 22. It makes sense that it would be embedded deeper in everything we know and love about Salesforce today. So Summer 23 brings support for Data Cloud objects in Flow Builder. If Data Cloud, you can use a get records element to query the Data Cloud object in question. There are restrictions around this though. You are only able to do this in a production org that is connected to Data Cloud, which is why I have no examples. I'm using a preview org. And you can only query the data. You don't have the ability to create, update, or delete data, cloud data. So what they're saying is in this data cloud objects, only you can be able to connect to the, you can be able only preview the org, but you're not supposed to do any update, create, or delete in the cloud data. There is no option for that. So next thing is, yeah. So for this, yeah, next, flow data table search bar. You can now add a search bar to the data table component. In order to add a search bar, just mark the show search bar option. So in flow data table search bar, here also we have got this additional feature, show search bar. So for this, let's go into the flows. And by selecting the flows, we need to first in this data table, first we need to select the get records. By getting get records, we need to select the object whatever we want. Example, account object, contact, and the custom object like student and everything. So here I haven't given any conditions. I have took the none. And after this, how many records to store? I gave like all records. How to store record data? Automatically store in the all fields. We need to select the option. And next we need to select the data table screen. Here it will be available. See here it's the data table. We need to select this. And after that, we can drag this data table here. And we need to give some API name and the label name. And after that, previously, we are giving some, we are selecting the object and everything in the get records, right? This file, it will be available here. Here you can select this accounts from the get record. You can get the details from this object, and here it has been labeled as accounts from the get record. And the main motto for this data table is here they have updated the show search bar here also. So we want to, like, I just selected this because I want to reflect this show search bar here. So by enabling this, see the change. It is reflecting here. If I don't enable this, it won't reflect here. This is the major thing which has been updated in this summer 23. So by selecting this show search bar, I'm selecting this and done. I've done with my flow and I'm going to run this. So there I have selected the search bar. It reflected here by enabling. Here, see all these objects, all the fields which are there in the account object that are reflecting here, complete records. So for example, I want to search Ram. See, Ram. In this pyramid also there is RAM. That's the reason it reflected like this. And for example, let's give page up. See. By this search bar, instead of dragging and looking up all the things, here neatly we can enter the text whatever we want so that we can search easily. This is the main feature which has been updated in the flow data tables search bar. This is the main thing. Let's go with the next slide. So this is the remaining thing. Users will then be able to search the data table, making it easier to navigate. For navigation purpose, it will be easier and select the desired records, whatever we want from our object. Something that Andrea Drofty pointed out to me is that your search applies to multi-fields. For example, if you have multiple columns in your data table, then your search will dig through each column to try and find a match handy. So that if we have a number of fields, this search bar will be useful. That's what they're saying. So next, going to the get HTTP callouts are generally available. So here basically what is HTTP callouts? HTTP callouts are nothing but it is an automated process in the flow with external systems. In the summer 23, the get method is generally available. What they're saying, like all of you heard that there will be a get method, like will be used in our Apex code, right? So what they're saying is the get method is generally available, which allows you to retrieve external data and bring it to the flow. By using this get method, we can connect to the external systems and we can get the data and we can connect it into our flows. Get is used for things like, for example, we'll use get methods for credit score, retrieving a currency, exchanging rate, or getting weather information, etc. For this, we'll use this get method. So what they're basically saying is HTTP callouts in flow have been one of the most talked about features in the recent years. And it's finally in summer 23, now you can call web-based APIs in flows using reusable get callout action that you don't need to write a single line of code to build. So this is the sample picture for the HTTP callout. In real time, I'm not unable to do the HTTP. Still, it has not been updated, I think. So this is one of those changes that shows Salesforce is very invested in enabling all their customers, regardless of their skill set and areas of expertise, to harness the power of the Salesforce platform and connect it with their third-party services. So what they're saying is in entire summer 23 releases, this is the most awaited feature, it seems. Get HTTP callouts are the most awaited features for the Salesforce customers. So next thing, post HTTP callouts. In summer 23, not only you can call data and APIs from the other systems, but you can also send data out of Salesforce. Not only getting from the external system to the Salesforce, but these post HTTP callouts are used for sending the data from Salesforce to the external system. That's what they're saying. So by send out the data Salesforce using this new post HTTP callout. By using this post HTTP callout, simply we can send our data from Salesforce to the external systems. So this is an extension of the very popular get HTTP callout feature that is now generally available. And this is the sample picture for that. So let's go with the like last one. Enhanced send email flow action. So generally we'll use emails in the flow, and this is the one of the feature which has been updated in the summer 23. Here, summer 23 brings new properties to the send email actions in flows functionality, including but not limited to the ability to save the email is an activity against a record. This is something that has been sorely lacking for the many years. This email enhanced, this update has been lacking from many years, it seems, but now they have updated this also in summer 23. So this email flow action is nothing but we can see in the real time also. It has got updated. So let's open the new flow. And I'm going to select the screen flow. This plus action. Example, let's search email. By selecting email, here we can send the emails like this, like we can implement. See here, body. For email, it will be, there will be like body, email template, login email, recipient address collection, and sender email address, sender type, subject, etc. These all things has been updated in this new email feature. So let's go with the last one. Standard flows in the Flow Trigger Explorer. Standard flows will show up in the Trigger Explorer now, although you aren't able to reorder them. This provides you with some guidance as to where these flows fire in relation to your custom flows. Find out here more. So final summary is, there you have it. There are my favorite flow features in the summer 23. This upgrade has a number of behind the scenes and quality of life updates, but also contains some notable new superpowers that will make for an even more polished experience for admins as well as developers, both declarative and the programmatic developers and the end users alike. So don't forget to sign up to a pre-release walk to test out this new functionality for yourself. Here, let's go with some important interview questions for this flow updates for summer 23 release. First question, what are the changes in the flows? So until now, we have seen up to 10 changes. First one is flow UI changes, where the brightest contrast and the plus icon, which will be available in the UI. Second thing is flow user permission changes. And third one is reactive components, where we have seen the date difference. No, that's the reactive component update for the date, especially choice lookup. In the search bar, we can go and check which object we want to select, and by using this choice lookup. Data cloud objects in the flow builder, flow table search bar, get HTTP callouts, which are very important, post HTTP callouts, enhanced send email, just now we have seen that, and standard flows. Second question, what are the advantages of using the flow builder? First thing is, you can use a get record element to query in the data cloud object. You can only query the data. You don't have ability to create, update, or delete. What is HTTP callout? Making a call to an external web service or sending an HTTP request from the Apex code and then receiving the response. What is the post HTTP callouts? You can also send data out of Salesforce using the new post HTTP callout. This is an extension of very popular get HTTP callout feature that is now generally available. Example, create new records in the web service, update existing record in the web service, upload file in the web service, submit forms to a web service. What is send email flow action? Send email flow action functionality, including the ability to save the email as an activity against a record. These are the interview questions. So, thank you.
Thank you, Rishita. Can you please end the meeting, Rishita? Because you are the host.
Yeah, okay.
End meeting to all.
So formula, I will post it in the group by writing it in detail. Okay.
Okay, Rishita. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Meeting end చేసేయండి, Rishita.